Raju tries to make 9, 21, 6 and 12 as proportion, what constant should he subtract from each of the terms in order to make them proportional? Now in order to proceed further, let's assume 4 terms A, B, C and D, and let's also assume that the ratio between A and B is the same as the ratio between C and D. Now we can clearly see that these two ratios are equivalent to each other, right? In such case, we can clearly say that they are proportional to each other, right? And also by the concept of proportion, we can rewrite the same expression as A is to B is equivalent to C is to D, right? So this is what we need to make with the given 4 terms. But it's very clear from the question that we need to subtract something from all these 4 terms in order to achieve this condition, right? So let's assume that the constant which has to be subtracted with all the 4 parts be A. Alright. Now what will happen to the first term? The first term would become 9 minus A. The second term should become 21 minus A. The third term would become 6 minus A. And the fourth term would become 12 minus A. Right. So once we do this, it's said that the 4 terms are going to be proportional to each other. Right. Now let's assume that these are the 4 terms and we can substitute them in the given condition. So in place of A, it's 9 minus A. In place of B, it's 21 minus A, and that is equivalent to 6 minus A times 12 minus A, right? Now let's expand this. So 9 21s are probably we're going to get 108 minus 9A minus 21A plus A square is equivalent to 72 minus 6A minus 12A plus A square, right? Now we can cut off the A square terms and this should probably give us 108 minus 30A is equivalent to 72 minus 18A, right? Now let's switch over this to the opposite side. Let's switch over this to the opposite side. So we should ending up with 36 is equivalent to 12A, which means what is A? 3. So if we subtract 3 from all the 4 parts of the given numbers, we end up with the 4 terms which are proportional to each other. Now let's solve the same question just like that in a couple of seconds by using the concepts of proportions. We know that when we have got 2 ratios which are equivalent to each other, we are supposed to assume that they are in proportions, right? So now from this point or this expression, we can say that the ratio A is to B is proportional to C is to D, right? And now let's assume that the first term A is equivalent to 9, the second term B is equivalent to 21, the third term C is equivalent to 6, and the fourth term D is equivalent to 12. Now let's get into the formula directly in order to find out the term which we need to subtract with each of the term to make them proportional. What's the formula? The difference between AD and BC divided by the difference between the sum of AD and the sum of BC, right? So what is this basically? AD is the product of the 2 extreme terms and BC is the product of the 2 mean terms, and A plus D is the sum of the 2 extreme terms and B plus C is the sum of the 2 mean terms, right? Now it's all about substitution. So A times D, so 9 times 12 is going to be 108. Find the difference of that with B times C, which is 21 times 6, which is going to give us 126 divided by the sum of A and D, which is 9 plus 12, 21, and difference of that with the sum of B plus C, which is 27, right? Now if we simplify this, we are going to get 18 upon 6 and that is going to give us a result of 3. So this means that if we subtract 3 from all the 4 parts of the given terms, we will get the answer to be proportional to each other.